Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and as I normally do, I'm checking the volumes to make sure it's right. Now check this out. Breaking the U.S. debt clock is showcasing gold and X. Now he's saying XRP. I'm not saying that's what it is, but he is called Thomas X, by the way, folks. But what this is the U.S. debt clock. You know, it's always looked like this, and it hasn't always looked like this. We're probably $20 trillion more in debt than we were in the financial crisis, somewhere in there. But mysteriously, the guy that runs usdebtclock.org, this thing has been like this for a long time. But they just added this little thing called the secret window. And when you click on that, it gives you this, stolen wealth. And he keeps changing these out, by the way. Let me type stolen wealth, what's it called? No, the secret window. I'm going to give you the secret window at daixrp.com today. I'll give you the secret window. Okay, but this keeps popping up, and of course this looks like an X, and he calls himself Thomas X. Talking about unplugging gold standard abandoned here in the 71, and then what has happened over time. So anyway, everybody's watching these graphics that are being changed. What I'm doing is I'm getting gold, and I've got my XRP ready to roll, but I'm still accumulating gold occasionally. Miles Franklin Precious Metals is my sponsor. Code DAI Gold. You either email them at info@milesfranklin.com or you call 952-929-7006 for the best pricing. I also have, that's my sponsor for physical gold, but my sponsor, if you want to have your gold and have it spendable, is Glint. Glint, you get a debit MasterCard, and when you buy gold, it literally will spin them in grams and show you an itemized, detailed thing of what you bought and how many grams of gold it cost you. So check that out. Links in the top of the description on that too. Ripple put out their quarterly markets report, and it is, I have not gone to digest it, to be honest with you yet. That might be later on today's project. XRP blast off T-minus 14 days. I'm checking the, ooh, we got a 60 cent XRP, folks. This is getting interesting. XRP blast off T-minus 14 days. Today's XRP chart's very simple. We have a brilliant monthly close for XRP. I've been calling for close above 59, and we got it. The MACD is about to cross the zero line, bringing momentum back to the bulls. And then Dark Defender says, get ready for $1.05 XRP. Precisely. He's called his shot. And then we're having price glitches everywhere. Here's more. Looks like a $589 and $10,000 price glitch on Binance.
Look at this. The price is glitching on Binance. I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on. But this is happening live on Binance.
Is that 580?
Yeah.
I think it's 589 to 10,000 is the glitch. Maybe he was doing something. Who knows?
Price just said fuck.
Then this guy sums it up. What a whirlwind. 24 hours for XRP. A 9% spike reaching 61 cents fueled by whale activities, and the price dances to the tune of 2.3% uplift, settling at around 55 cents as whales move over 77 million tokens. The trading volume soared over 50%, crossing a hefty 793 million. Twitter ablaze. No, it's X is ablaze, but I'm not there blazing because my account is still suspended without even telling me why. 29,000 tweets marking a new all-time high alongside 14% surge. It's not just a price rally, it's a community rally. echoing the robust dynamics of XRP in crypto theater. Okay, then we got this. Here's Jack McDonald from Polysun telling you exactly how big all this is going to be without telling you.
Well, I'd say two things. One, when I just got off a call with a POC, I think there's 70 different organizations who are a part of this, and without giving away the secret, they're largely composed of traditional finance folks, all the big banks, et cetera, and even for the people that are at the crypto firms today, like myself, have origins coming from TradFi. So I think there is a migration there. When you distill it down to what we're doing, I tell people I think what we're ultimately as an industry focused on is really rebuilding a new operating system for capital markets. And so it stands to reason that you're going to be pulling folks who have.
All right. Then we got this. Gary Gensler was making a funny, hilarious joke. This is how detached from any kind of conscience this guy is that amidst all of the evil that he has done, he's joking around, sticking his thumb in everybody's eye. If Satoshi Nakamoto went as Satoshi Nakamoto for Halloween, would we be able to tell? Well, Homeland Security would. Happy 15th anniversary to Satoshi's famous white paper that started crypto. Any crypto companies that are tricking investors should start treating them to compliance with the securities laws. Well, Gary, I can't say that because I'm not in my group, so we won't say it. But Stuart Alderati does say this. While Mr. Gensler is making bad Halloween jokes on X, his agency is being shamed for ignoring the law that requires agency rules to be reviewed by Congress. Seems the SEC has become the lawless Wild West Gensler loves to talk about so much. And then here's somebody being shamed too. This is a witness correcting Elizabeth Warren, who does not tell the truth. She's correcting Warren here.
Last year, you wrote that, quote, in their attempt to avoid being traced, illegal actors have adopted ever more sophisticated cryptocurrency technologies, such as non-custodial wallets. You wrote that Hamas uses non-custodial wallets to evade detection. Do those wallets pose a particularly high risk of attracting terrorists and other very dangerous people?
Thank you for the question. It is important, perhaps if I may, just to refer to your earlier comments about the funding of Hamas. The major funding of Hamas, unfortunately, the current sanction regime is far from being sufficient, and most of its budget and funds are still going through the traditional channels. And I want to put that clear because crypto is a problem, but this is not the major problem, and we have to look, on other traditional channels like banking and exchanges and money exchanges and cash and so forth. So let's not forget.
So Elizabeth Warren stands corrected. Let me make sure. I'll do that last. Tim Draper, this may be I couldn't tell if this was an old clip, but I'll play a little bit of it just to let you know. He's calling Gary Gensler out.
Capital Royalty Draper Associates founder Tim Draper. Hucksters, scam artists. I mean, it's like that scene in Woody Allen's Bananas where the cop gets up onto the witness stand and says, he's a New York commie intellectual bad apple, but I don't want to cast no aspersions or nothing. What do you make of his comments here?
Weak regulators spread fear, and strong regulators spread opportunity. And I think we've got a real problem because the SEC has been spreading fear, and all of the innovators are leaving the country. And there's a huge problem we have. This regulation by enforcement makes no sense. We want the great technologies to stay in the U.S. And they're all going to Dubai and Singapore and Northern Europe and South America and all over the world. And that they're all saying, oh, it's all about the Howey test. The Howey test was 80 years ago, and it has no relevance to crypto. I think crypto needs to be regulated in a new way from a new group.
Okay, he's 1,000% right. I've always liked that guy. Now, People are starting to call it out, folks. This guy says, now you're getting warm. It's amazing. People have yet to figure it out. SBF was the useful idiot. Sam's parents were covering up for a much bigger crime scene. They brought in the tax attorneys, folks, and wait till you... I went deep, deep, deep down the rabbit hole. I'm going to show you what I think's really going on. This FTX thing has everything to do with all those islands down there. It does. Look at Stephen Narioff come in. He says, how are people buying the SBF with some mastermind? He's just like Vitalik, some kid that's so weird he must be smart, but lifted by the establishment in order to crush crypto. Geez, does anyone get any more? Does it get any more obvious than this? And this guy's showing the Feeble Americans clip. Narioff says, feeble Americans have a long arm statute that brings people to justice here in America. I'm sure you do remember America, Vitalik. You stayed with me all those times. Why did you lie about it all? All right. So, folks, this FTX thing, these guys are so right. This is being put out there like it's some kind of, it's just this kid who went the wrong way, and that's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. But I'm going to show you how big of a lie I think it is. And this is just my theory, but it starts to tie it all together. And don't forget, because I think it's one of the keys to the whole thing. Sam Bankman-Fried was at MIT too, just like Gary Gensler. Sam Bankman-Fried came from MIT. I think that is hugely relevant to all of this. And his parents are too, and they're being downplayed in this thing. It has everything to do with all of it's tied together. You can't even mistake it if you're really looking. In the group at daixrp.com, we take a real close look. We literally pull out the maps today. Going off into the group now. You guys on YouTube, you're missing out. I promise you today you're missing out. All right. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe. Hit the like button and tell your friends and family that if you were in the group, you would be talking today. It's at daixrp.com. Today, you would be talking about Clifton Bay in South Africa, in Cape Town, South Africa. Now, what in the world could this have to do with digital assets? I think that it has potentially everything to do with digital assets and a lot of other creepy things. Thanks for listening.